G'day, I'm Reg.
And I'm Sam.
And we are S.A.R. Adventures.
This is a song about the way it feels.
Just something we forgot to mention is that this also has external speakers, so you can just sit out here, listen to the radio. When the Bluetooth is working, you can listen to the music that's on your phone. But
I've had nothing but issues with that Bluetooth.
yeah, so that hasn't been a very big success. But you can also plug a USB into it. So all right, in we go.
The caravan came standard with this step, like it came in part of the deal.
Just as you walk inside the door, when you first pick the caravan up, they ask you where you would like the fire extinguisher. I do believe though that the new models of these ones, it's actually an alcove is built into here and the fire extinguisher goes into there. But anyway, so
They have done a lot of updates, we should mention that too.
Yeah.
So we have probably not the original, but one of the original models, and
yeah.
they've done a lot of things differently.
These are the light switches that I was talking about. So you just like hit them, it lights up. It'll be hard to see because it's daylight, and then you've got like an internal light, the handle.
Put it on again. I don't know if it was the doorway. Oh, you can't tell. This does light up. Excuse the dirt on the step.
Come in and
Welcome to our humble abode. Excuse the mess.
what you're going to see mostly is it looks extremely cluttered, and it does because this is our home. This is Sam and mine home. So
This is just how we live, right? No judging.
But we'll start at the front. All right, so as I said before, this seat here is above the fridge, and this seat here is above the toolbox that I showed you outside. And what we have here is what they refer to as a cafe style lounge. It's excellent, like for us to sit in here. As you can see, we've got our laptops, and when you pack up, like this table moves, so Sam can get in, I can get in, all right. And then when we're leaving, it just gets folded up. All right. Sam's little collage of photos.
The photo collage.
Okay, so all along the front here, there's 3 panels. I'm probably better off opening up this one down here. It's the simplest to get to. So we got our hoodies in here.
We've got 2 hoodies in that, so that should tell you how big the compartments are.
I mean, I can pull one out to show you the depth. They're just shoved in there. But yeah, look, that's the size of them. 3 compartments. Excellent.
And honestly, we don't even utilise these a lot. So these are half empty.
Yep.
So if we needed to find more somewhere to put stuff, then we could put it in there.
Yeah, we were even talking about buying our non-perishables, just buying a heap of non-perishables, because like again, when we were at Birdsville, when we were at Windora, when we were at Quilpie,
Any small
Tibooburra, like it was just the prices of things like a little tin of tuna, your little tin of sandwich tuna, $5. It was just ridiculous, the cost of living out.
And we're all
back.
for supporting small businesses, but we can only afford so much too. So
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, there is no compartments underneath the chairs or anything, but yeah, then you've got these four little hidey holes, and you've got cigarette lighter connections, USB connections,
the USB, yep.
and a 240 connection as well. This little plug here, when we're traveling, that's where the fridge plugs into.
The freezer.
Sorry, yeah, the freezer plugs into while we're traveling.
And it goes right here.
Yeah, so the black marks that you can see on the floor down here are from, because that's where the microwave sits while we're traveling.
I'll have to do a pack up video and I'll show you where I put everything.
Yeah, so we'll show you how everything puts away. Again, a lovely little part. So that's the fridge connection, the fridge plug for when we're traveling.
That's our potato bag that I made.
You know what? Yep. And obviously the handle for raising and lowering the lid. That's where I keep my runners and our
Makes very
laptop
good
bags.
storage. I don't know if you can see, it's quite dark in here with this shut, but this here is a shoe rack, and they now come standard with the Arctic. We didn't have it with ours, so we asked for one, and it used to get mounted down there, but people were complaining about it because it was catching.
They catch their heels on it and things like that. But we never intended, like we wanted it because we saw it at a showroom and thought, oh shit, we want one of them. But we wanted it for this.
Because we have quite
for a shoe rack.
bulky towels, and there is a towel
Holders.
pegs, but we were knocking them down every time we walked past. So
this cushion here is for when you fold this table down. This cushion sits on top of the table, and it can become an extra bed for like kids and that, obviously, because like, I mean, you can't be very tall to fit in there.
honestly though, I lay across the bed sometimes, like through the day, and I'm quite comfortable to do so. But I sleep with my legs in the fetal position.
Oh, we use this when we go out and leave the dog behind. We use this here to prevent her from jumping up onto the bed while we're away. So,
and then when we're through the day, we have it stored.
Yeah, we leave it because these. I'll show you what these cupboards do in a minute, but because they're not cupboards that we use all the time, we just leave it stored there,
and it's
out of our way. This is like one of the big things about Arctic, which we just went, wow, we love it, was that the storage space that this thing offers us is just like awesome. With most sort of hybrid and pop-top vans, camper trailers and that, storage is really an issue. But as you can see, we use these two cupboards here primarily as like our pantry, and this is why we were talking about using one of them over there for our non-perishables, because that would also again free up all of that. Sam's clothes are here. This is also a little cupboard space for Sam's stuff. She keeps her nails, like, I don't know.
It's not nails.
Whatever stuff there. And then you've got, this space here is very small because you have an internal sink, and obviously the sink goes down in under here. So in here we keep our storage bags, and we throw in like our packets of wraps. So in here is exactly the same stove as what's outside, and I don't think we've ever used it, have we?
We have used it because we've had some really shitty weather, or we've had a ton of flies, and just cooking outside was impossible. I have used it inside, but the bench in here is, because it's the roof is a pop top, everything's quite low, and so I get a bit sore back from cooking because I'm constantly bending over. So then we've just cooked inside with the induction cooktop, which we have outside.
And then under here, again, this is like the bottom of the stove top. So we just basically use storage for our tea towels and stuff like that. We have discovered that using the induction and having the air conditioner on and trying to use the microwave isn't a good thing, right? So for all yous like technical people out there, don't have a smack at us because like, you're drawing too much power, blah 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 blah. I don't care, right? I'm not into all that sort of stuff. If it trips it, we go, okay, we need to turn something off. We reset it and then we use it. So that's how it works.
That's another pantry.
That's just like all of our rice, pasta, things like that. First aid drawer. So that's got, like our
drugs.
Yeah, painkillers, bandages, stuff like that. Yeah, cleaning drawer. So our toilet blueies, some CLR clear, which we've discovered that probably every couple of months we put some
probably
CLR,
once a month. Yeah,
CLR down the grey water, especially when we're getting ready to go. So we turn the grey water, we close the grey water tank off. We put some CLR down into the grey water tank with some, have a shower and all that. So there's a little bit of water down in there as well. And then the shaking all around while we're travelling gets the CLR to move all around inside the grey water tank, and then we just drain it. Like when we pull up, we found that's handy. And then down here is a main switch, which is like a little bit of a funny story in itself because for ages we didn't know it existed. We kept popping the power and going like, yeah, why is it not working? You got my clothes My clothes. What I did do, my side has a couple of cupboards like this. Sam's side doesn't. In here, I added this shelf, and I added a shelf in here for Sam.
And this side is all of our winteries and our spare linen.
Yep. So
because we don't access
these are
that.
super deep. These go like from
deep.
here all the way to the end of the van. So lots of storage space in there. Under here is this goes back to about here underneath the bed.
Yeah, it's quite a long drawer.
So we use that as our shoes rack. I suppose something that we should bring up is the mattress.
Yes.
It comes with a 6-inch. It's a bit big. It comes with a 6-inch foam. Memory foam mattress, and it's a very. Well, I'm not trying to think of a word that they use for it. At the end of the day, it was for my back, for Sam's back, and for the size of the both of us, it was just not a comfortable mattress at all.
No, so we would both lay on it, and it would be okay for probably the first 10 minutes of sleep, and then we would sink, and then that was it. That was your spot forever, because it is a memory foam and it holds your spot. And it didn't spring back very fast, if anything at all.
Yeah, we went and we hunted around trying to find a replacement mattress where we could go and get a replacement mattress. We even looked at other camper trailer companies that had, like MDC for example, that had inner spring mattresses for their hybrids. Unfortunately for MDC, they only do queen size. This is a king size bed, so we had to try and find something. So we ended up going, this is a medium density premium foam premium memory foam.
I don't think it's memory.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But at the end of the day, it was it come to a grand total of like $800 from Clark Rubber, cut, covered so that it folds, because the mattress has to fold over so that we can close the back of it up. So like all done to our measurements, like $800.
We had to have it made basically.
Yes, honestly, the mattress has just been superb since we've done that.
We even got rid of our memory. We used to have a pillow top mattress protector, and we got rid of it because we didn't need it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Underneath here.
Oh yeah.
So underneath here we've got. Sam could probably explain this better than I can.
Aero mesh.
That's it. Now, what we noticed when we first bought the van was every time we packed the van up, we noticed that underneath the mattress there was a lot of condensation. Brennan from
head office in Melbourne.
he was the one that suggested this for us.
I believe it's his father's company.
Oh, there you go.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
And we've not had an issue with condensation since. For those of you that have the Arctic campers and want to know what we did, all I simply did was, now as you can see up at the end of the bed, you've got your gas struts for your rear wall, and all I've done is zip tied this to the gas struts.
Just to stop it from
moving. So we fold the mattress up, but we don't fold this up. And then we just close everything up, and it works like a treat. So if you're wondering how to keep this in position, so alright, so in here is our power management system. This little screen here, if I turn the light on, this little screen here is our digital reader for our power management system. It gives everything. It gives our 2 water tanks capacity, our grey water tank capacity, how much charge is coming in, how much charge we're using. It shows you everything. It also comes with an app that you can have on your phone, so that you can just look at your phone. Like
I still would like to know why it says 96% when we're plugged in.
Yeah, when we're running, I don't understand either. But
and this is also part of it. This is the control panel where you can control your lights, your TV, your water pump, which you don't have to have when you're on grid, and all that jazz. The switch A and switch B controls the awning button and fan.
So Kyle, we'll be coming to see you, mate, because the inverter has fallen off the wall.
How is it in there? Screwed in?
Yeah, it was screwed in. So, yeah, it's screwed in about there by the looks of those. So there's your screw, and it's just pulled.
Could you re-screw it, put some sort of glue in there or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's obviously not supposed to look like that.
No,
That's probably
no.
come off while we've been
doing some dirt
doing the
roads.
dirt roads.
So that's the inverter. So when we're off grid, this is the projector for the external. So the solar panels run through the power management system, which is this system down here. Again, I'm not super technical. I don't understand how it all works. All right, it's all I know is that that's their names. The inverter I know about because I've fitted one to my car. In under here is the hot water system. This here is for your electric heater, so for the water. So when we go off grid, we turn this one off, and then we use gas to heat the water up. And then this is just like our mains power. And then obviously you can also access into here. Like I said, that's a big drawer for our shoes. In here we carry our spare doona, or two spare doonas.
There's a doona and a coverlet basically.
So
that's in there.
Shows you how much space you get with that as well.
You can also, just down there are two switches. One's for the hot water and one's for the inverter. So you can turn the inverter off from. You don't have to lift the mattress up.
No, that's right. This is the TV that I told you about with the bracket. So you just unclip it here, take the plugs out of the wall, and you can plug it in up there. There's the stereo.
This is also a DVD player, which we don't have DVDs with us, so we've not tested.
Again, this is just this didn't have a shelf either, so I've put this shelf in here.
This is just where we keep.
What do you mean we?
This is, hey, I keep extra toiletries and stuff in there, but that's basically my girl cupboard.
Yeah, nail stuff and.
That's my nail stuff. This is smelly stuff.
All right, so in under here, water pump, water, your sort of your mains, so you can turn your water off. I suppose when you're in storage or whatever, like just close the water line off.
So we did have an issue with our water system when we first had the van, and we had to have that fixed up by Arctic, which they did.
Yeah.
All under warranty.
Yep. Diesel heater. So the thing actually talks to you.
Yeah.
Like says hello when you first turn it on, says goodbye when you're turning it off, or like turning heater off.
And that's where the vent is, where it comes out from, and that's it, that little hole there, but it heats up the whole caravan.
A couple of times when it's been like really cold and or reasonably cold, and Sam's given Maya a bath, like in the ensuite, before she like hops in there, she turns the heater on, gives the dog a bath, comes out here. In here is just like super warm for the dog. So in here,
more of Sam's stuff, just close it.
yeah, more stuff for Sam.
Oh god.
And then again, this cupboard was just, it didn't have a clothes hanger, and it didn't have this shelving here. So this shelving is here because it's hard to see, but
You can't see it.
Up the back here, it alcoves in. That's where all the wiring from the radio, from the solar panels above the roof, it all runs from the TV and that. It all runs down that panel that's up the back here. You couldn't have clothes that goes all the way across because you've got that, like I said, you've got that little panel, that little alcove in there. So I've put this wall in here, added a couple of small shelves for Sam to keep some of her, I don't know, like her undies and stuff like that. And then
small items.
And also a coat hanger rod across there so that we can hang some clothes up. Obviously this doesn't, as we said before, this doesn't sit up here because the roof closes. We've got this super excellent air conditioner.
We have a sunroof, which is barely open because it's too hot.
Yeah, so yeah, this
provides good light. And one thing I will say about that all too is something for Arctic to maybe think about is putting some sort of fans down that end, because that end of the caravan gets stinking hot. The air conditioner does reach, but I don't know if you can tell, I mean, from this ensuite sort of blocks it as well. So we've just got our fan pointed in that direction to kind of give us some breeze.
Yeah, that and Arctic are aware of it, like, because I've spoken to Kyle about it. Like, sometimes when you've got the heater and that running, it'll trip the...
Even the aircon the other day.
Yeah, it'll trip the... this is your fire alarm and smoke alarm. From the front lounge, it is an issue. You can't see your TV from the front lounge, and yeah, you need some sort of fan system. That and the two fans that you have for your bed here, Arctic. Maybe look at having them so that you can adjust the speeds, because there have been times where it's
we either just want a little bit
hot enough for you to have a little bit of a fan, but these fans just blow way too hard. So you just want to be able to like increase or decrease the speed of the fan. Sam's going to talk to you about the ensuite.
Toilet and shower, basically. So the toilet does swivel. So when you initially get it, it faces this way, but you can swivel it to sit on it. We just leave it like that, honestly. I don't know why we would move it back. I use this shower every day, pretty much. I rarely use the caravan park toilets, and that's mainly because I'm a creature of habit. I like to have my things here. I can access everything, I know where it is, and if I forget something, then it's just out here. But yeah, it's a pretty big shower.
Yeah, it is. It's very spacious.
So we noticed, well, I noticed especially when I was showering in here, the water was just running off the door and straight outside onto the floor. So we spoke to the guys at Arctic, and Kyle suggested, and they put in this strip down the bottom here, so that when the water runs off it, when the door's shut, that just goes straight back into the shower. And that's been perfect. We've had no issues with it since.
No, we used to wonder why the dog was, every time Sam was in the shower, the dog was just lying. She was licking up the water that was leaking out of the door.
All this stuff here that you can see on the top shelf, and all this stuff here, gets stored under the table. Basically, either under the table, or when the table goes down on top of it, or on top of the seats. But that's it. So we always have plenty of room. Everything has a spot.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable.
Just super happy with it.
Very happy.
It's only a 15. It's an Arctic. I suppose we should have started with that. It's an Arctic Frost 15 LK.
Yeah. Camera just died, so we we're just letting you know that we do have an Arctic Frost 15 LK.
Yeah.
It's a 15-foot caravan, basically, hybrid caravan. It is a pop top. I don't know what else really we can say about it.
We're just super happy with it.
If you have any questions about the caravan or the car or our trip or anything like that, send us a message or leave comments down below and let us know. Or if you have any questions about travelling with the dog, because as you know, she's new. Yeah, just let us know. Leave it in the comments or send us a message on Facebook or whatever. And that's it, I think.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. That's the caravan. Next video, I think, is Birdsville track. So you'll get to see some blowout. You'll get to see some of what we've put her through. All right, that's it. Bye.
See yous.